And introducing his opponent, coming out to the blue corner, Hanshaw!
Almost a bigger cheer for Hanshaw. Resurrection MMA from Mansfield.
Ready or not,
he's currently 1-1, and he's coming off a submission loss as well. One of these fighters is going to put the demons to bed and get back to winning ways.
Ready or not,
the other one's going to have to go back to the drawing board. It's a cruel mistress, the MMA world. But it brings out the best.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk away.
Each fighter
the world ain't king. Jail
get
bars
there
ain't
fastest
golden
with the
kings.
most
Those
is
who fake
Jermaine
they
Lewin,
break. When they hit their
Hanshaw.
400 pound weight, if I could rule the world, everyone would have a gun in the ghetto, of course. We get the up and on their horse. Kick around drinking moonshine. I pour a sip on the concrete. But in the seats below no weed. White Clef's in a state of sleep, thinking about the robbery that I did last week. Money in the bag, pack a look like a track. I wanna play with pellets from here to Baghdad. Gun blast, think fast, I think I'm hit. My girl pinch my lips to see if
This is our 10th contest of the evening. Introducing first your fighter in the red corner, representing Team Renegade, Jermaine Lewin! And introducing his opponent in the blue corner, representing Resurrection MMA, it's Hanshaw! We go to your referee, Mr. Stuart Davies.
And here we go. Both fighters staying loose. Oh, they've got to be told to step back. They're like dogs on chains. Both coming out in the orthodox stance. Lewin flashes up a kick, and now they're in a clinch. Lewin more in that traditional Thai clinch, but Hanshaw backing him up, landing a knee into the open side.
This is what we've seen from Jermaine Lewin before. Maybe if he has any weaknesses, it is sometimes in these wrestling exchanges. So it's good gamesmanship by Hanshaw, but Lewin's been in Team Renegade, making those adjustments, training with the best in the world.
This is amateur MMA in short. There's a brief striking exchange, and then they crash into these clinch positions, and it's who can dominate the clinch best. And we've seen success with the Thai clinch, and we're seeing kind of this modified bicep tie clinch here from Lewin, which is very strong because you can lift that right elbow up of Kai and just land that knee into Hanshaw's ribs there. Watch for him to flash up that left leg. Lewin could do that at any moment. But
it's a good mix for Lewin. It's like Thai clinch work, and wrestling and knees thrown in as well.
With a snap down and lots of pressure on the head of Hanshaw.
And the hand on the shoulder, the forearm in the face. It's always just keeping that separation in the distance. Now switches to an underhook.
It's just the haircut, but Hanshaw looks like the bad guy from an 80s karate film.
Definitely. It's the mullet. I quite like it though. It's coming back to fashion.
I know, I love it. What was that? Oh, he knocked out his gum shield with that glancing left hook. Hanshaw punching on the brakes, which is brilliant. Ooh, nice knee there.
I know Jermaine Lewis has been fired up in his training since his loss on Fight Star. It's really motivated him.
He's landing these knees, and even if these knees come off the forearms and the biceps and the shoulders of Hanshaw, they still do cause damage, and that make it more difficult for you to lift your arms as the fight goes on.
Look at this pressure. This is, I mean, beautiful technique by both fighters, but also the physicality. They're both incredibly conditioned athletes. Knees again.
Lewin does very well, listens to his corner there, hikes it up and walks him all the way across the cage to attack his own single leg attack there. Hanshaw doing well to try to come up and around the back.
I think when you have the current UFC welterweight champion in your corner, you probably listen. Wouldn't you listen, Steve? I think I'd listen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him landing that head kick on me. Headshot. Dead. Oh,
sneaking to the back, getting that hook. And Jermaine is trying to stop it with his hand, but then he's leaving his neck open. He's not high up on the back here, Hanshaw. Jermaine Lewin, you can kind of shuck him off essentially just slip out the back. He's going to be in a good position, especially with 10 seconds to go. He's going to should be able to see the second round.
Well. Lands a couple shots there just to try to put a little bit of a focus and a big smile from both fighters. They're happy after that first round. They both know where they are in their careers, that you're just getting the rub. You want to fight like that. You want to go back and forth, explore those different positions that you're finding yourself in the gym. And if nobody can get the real read on each other at this moment, there's more to be played for in the second round. It's very even at the moment.
Well, Steve, in the corner of Resurrection MMA, we have a former ballerina champion, Benjamin Dennis, and the head coach, Christian Smith, former professional fighter himself. And Resurrection MMA, you might be wondering why it's called Resurrection MMA. It used to be Tap or Snap. They were in an industrial unit. And then there was a defunct church down the road, right? Worn out. They bought the building or rented the building, moved in. They've kept a lot of the original architecture and things, but they've got the cage and the ring in there, and they've become Resurrection MMA.
Absolutely
It's pretty cool.
badass.
It's so cool.
I want to go train at Resurrection MMA.
Mansfield way. Have you ever quite far north?
All right.
I don't think you need the
I'll
accent.
put gravy on my chips then. It's all about curry sauce where I'm from. There we go, and the big right hands are landing. A nice switch of stance from Lewin. Hanshaw backing up a little bit, but he goes to the body with the left hook.
The skill level is insane, Steve. This is amateur MMA. This feels like I'm watching two seasoned professionals.
But look, here we didn't get the flurry and then the crash into the clinch. Right now, both fighters are just happy to trade shots in the open. We'll see when they go back to that clinching position.
And I have to believe this range would favor Jermaine Lewin. You know, he's got one of the best kickboxers in the world in his corner.
There we go. Nice knees. And we're going to see Hanshaw. Yeah, we're seeing Hanshaw commit to the legs here for the first time. And Lewin just hikes him up like a pair of dirty underwear. And he grabs that. Oh, he had that wrist tie, and he was able to just drag him down and almost Russian snap him.
Yeah, it was beautiful. He's trying to Granby roll out of it, but he's pulled side control. Jermaine Lewin on top, great hand positioning. It's the correct thing for Kai Hanshaw, trying to get that forearm in the face so he can create space.
Another buggy choke. It's going to happen, Chris. It's going to happen.
I don't think it really works very well. I know people have done it, of course. Have you been tapped with it yet? I haven't been tapped with it.
No.
I've kind of let people do it.
If I get tapped with it, I'm going to go back to Roger and give him my black belt.
Oh.
Like, I'm sorry.
This is a ceremony.
Right just before I slit my own guts open, Harikari style.
Well, you're a man of honesty. That's what I've always admired about you.
Maybe just insane. Anyway, getting back to this. Look, chest to chest from Lewin. Even though Hanshaw's done well to move his leg back into the half guard position, but he needs to bring that left knee in front to try to get Lewin off of him.
That's the thing, Steve. Sometimes half guard in an MMA context instead of a jiu-jitsu context is a worse position. I remember Randy Couture he'd effectively step into half guard on purpose because it was harder. He felt like it was harder for the guy on the bottom to wrestle up. Mm-hmm. You know, if that's your goal, instead of recovering guard, if you're not looking for submissions off your back, you just want to get back to your feet. This half guard is a dangerous position, and we've seen Jermaine Lewin dominate from here at the moment.
Great shoulder pressure. He's just having lots of shoulder pressure. And Hanshaw, yeah, he's throwing punches and he's got these short shots going, but none of them are going to do any damage.
Yeah, what he really wants is a left underhook. If he can get that left arm,
he wants to get you to move your head up so he can punch that left underhook.
Yeah,
start working his way up.
And the 10th Planet, they have a good system for this. You literally forearm in the face, hands together, make space, and then shove them in the face. When you got that room, you dig that underhook, and then you can wrestle up if that's your game. Yeah, I feel like it's a waste of energy to punch from the bottom.
Lewin is focused on cage control. Now he's just opening it up. He's landed a couple left hands there, but he needs to put a bit more of an exclamation point, because I think with Hanshaw being on the back at the end of that first round, that second round is going to be all important.
Great performance by both fighters that round, but yeah, Jermaine Lewin ended up on top. A beautiful.
Nothing is for sure anymore.
Ripped down.
Nothing's for sure. It's so close.
We'll get a little replay of it. Look, just
that was the big moment, wasn't it? That was really nice. He had the forearm caught, and he still had the whizzer. He had like the overhook, and then reached through to the far wrist, and was able to just drag him through. That's nice. I'm going to steal that.
Steal that. The reach. Your arms are too short, Steve. I don't want to upset you.
T-Rex arms.
So I kind of like the same thing passing. Everyone's obsessed with the underhook. You got like knee slicing. but I whizzer overwrap and then just grab the far arm because I've got long arms. And then you can't get up because you can't get your elbow to the floor. You can't do anything. Don't fight too hard for the underhook.
I'm stealing that as well. And I'm going to hang from the bars until my arms are available. There we go.
You want to be built like Jermaine Lewin.
Look at
Got some long limbs.
Yeah, with your hands dangling down to your knees. Let's see if you can establish a jab. But the mighty mullet of Kai Hanshaw is still right there. Resurrection MMA.
So my official, non-official scorecard, I had first round, no idea. Second round, Jermaine Lewin. All to play for in the third.
I'm going with Eddie Bravo's scorecard. How's it going, Eddie? Eddie's looked into it. He says 1 for Hanshaw, 1 for Lewin. And shovel hook. Sorry.
Beautiful combinations by Hanshaw. He's listened to his corner and made some adjustments. Working the body, mixing levels. He knows he needs to put them away.
A very nice right hook to the body and left hook coming up to the upstairs. Hanshaw did something really nice in the second round. It didn't land. He went left hook to the body. And I love seeing that, just getting off the center line, coming back with the left hook as you load it up. And very nice short right hands from Lewin. And now we're back in that bicep tie we saw in the first round.
And it's one of the reasons I was saying these guys don't look like amateurs. Like amateurs generally headhunt. This is like jumping, flying knees, and body shots, and beautiful combinations.
The mouth is open of Hanshaw there. I think that one hurt, and now he's got to protect that solar plexus.
Lewin's going to try and get his hands together. He had such good success on the floor in the last round. For this kind of wizard trip. Is that what it's called? Wizard trip? We call it a wizard trip.
We can call it.
Got a judo name, I'm sure.
It's got something to do with like inside reaping.
Oh, Lewin very fatigued on that inside leg kick. Oh, nice overhand right by Hanshaw.
He's caught him ducking a few times.
The cardio is going to make a difference now. Beautiful knee. Wait for a trip.
There, Lewin's under and to the side here.
The crowd here in Coventry are absolutely loving this fight.
I'd like to see Lewin drop down and collect those knees together, because look at how close Hanshaw's knees are.
Yeah, the takedown's there.
It was there, and now Hanshaw goes back to the wizard position. That keeps that underhook up.
Yeah, we've got a minute left in the round.
That's the thing, blinking you'd miss it in this kind of fight. There's opportunities everywhere, and it's who's getting there first.
That's why these amateur fights are so important as well. You can, either fighter can rewatch this and learn so much.
This might have been it for Hanshaw as he goes in for a takedown, gets sprawled on by Lewin. And now he fights back up, just indomitable. Is Kai Hanshaw. Really good wrist control from Lewin, very good. This is such an evenly fought, man. Again, glad I'm in the booth, not on a table, sat around like one of these judges.
Jermaine Lewin right in his corner. That's Leon Edwards, current UFC welterweight champion. 2 feet away from the action, calling
15 seconds
advice.
remaining. Jeez, and look, he's got that hand. Now he's got it. Now he's got his own little Dagestani handcuffs. He shucks to the back. He's got to land some knees and make it look like he's doing loads and loads of damage as the time winds down. And that's all she wrote, folks.
Does it not have a different name in wrestling? If you're stood up, is it still a Dagestani handcuff? It's like a reach through wrist. I don't know. It must have a name.
I don't think you get it very often. It's like almost like a reverse chicken wing. You want to be on the outside of chicken wing. I think you'd only have 8. Oh no, pardon me. I know what it is. It's single wrist control. Single wrist.
Oh, that's nice. That's Dagestani handcuff sounds way better.
Yeah, sorry guys. That's for you, Mr. Colley. All right, 3 rounds of action. Lewin is all smiles. Hanshaw, well, looks like he might have had a ride through the tumble dryer, but he was right there at the end, and I would just like to see him fight another round and another round and another round, but that's not the way it goes. You get your 9 minutes, you get your 3 3-minute rounds, and now we've got to go to the judges' scorecards. And once again, I'm not happy that I can't tell you who won. I'm ecstatic that I can't tell you who won. These are such well-made fights. Just wicked, wicked from these 2 gentlemen.
Fight to the center.
Fighters to the
After
center.
3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. It is a unanimous decision for the fighter in the red corner, Jermaine Lewin!
That was close. We've got more action coming at you in just a few moments, folks. And the next fight is a heavyweight fight. Always got to get up for those.